I wanted to talk about something that was bugging me for a little while. And I mean, recently just kind of like the final straw was broken. And so I just decided I wanted to play Plants vs Zombies on widescreen. That's literally all this was. So this is not gonna be like this looks really good actually. Not necessarily a serious video, but more so just a vent video where I'm gonna vent out my grievances until I'm done talking about it, basically. The general thing is that I am making, we're in the middle of making a pretty big decision. I am in college, and if people who have been watching me for a little bit know I'm in college. If you've never seen me before, now you know that I'm in college. Hi. I go to a good art school, but the stress that comes from not even the studio classes, the electives, is what's really messing with me. So, I crashed out today. I had a whole issue with my professor, which ironically enough, just got an email back from him about it. And he's apparently, I think, gonna fix it up. My personal email, somehow he used it. Or he used, like, he didn't use it, but like he somehow got my personal email and then put it in like a shared Google Drive instead of my school email, which confuses me because I don't know how you do that. The idea of that like sent me over the edge, basically. Like I have been dealing like ever since like classes like officially started and like I was getting like the workload from it. I thought at first, day one, oh, it's not that bad. Then it turned into, okay, wait, this actually is wasting, like I'm wasting so much time, or not necessarily wasting, but like this takes way more time than I originally thought. And now it's to the point where it's getting a little much. Like there's a lot of stuff and my electives are taking up more time than my studios, but the electives are required. Like I have 2 years worth of required classes. I mean, it's like required, but you get to choose your selection, right? But they're all required, so it's not like you can just avoid all the electives. You have to take them, which I think is normal. I don't know, but I have classes every day except for Friday, and usually colleges do like have like classes that go multiple days per week, and you like split up the work between those two classes. I think. In this case, it's just one class, and you get a bunch of work, and then you do that all by next week, which is not that bad. Don't get me wrong. The issue for me is that all of my classes, they have a lot of work. Like one of my classes has me watching on my own time videos and doing lectures. I also have to balance that out with doing my studio work. I have to do like read a bunch of articles about stuff, which I don't really care about that all that much. Let me be completely clear. That's not the bad part, right? I don't mind that nearly as much. What I'm saying is that all of that builds up, and the lectures alone and the videos alone take up like 2 to 3 hours per thing. What just happened? Basically, all of it builds up, and when you're already spending like 3 hours out of your day, by the way, half of my classes are 6-hour classes. The other are like 2 hours minimum when it comes to lectures. Like they aren't short lectures either. So it's like there's a lot that goes into it. And all of that builds up with all the work that they give. Some classes give less homework than others, but you have to take notes and you have to do a bunch of other stuff, right? Obviously, it's a lot. And you don't really get a break in between each assignment or each week. So if you miss something, or if you like if anything happens, you're probably not gonna you're not gonna catch up that easily. Like you're gonna have another week's, like you're gonna have another big work assignment And my studio classes, it's like project after project after project. So yeah, it's a lot, right? At least for me. And I knew it was bad the moment I realized I have never been that stressed, or I've never been this stressed ever cumulatively through all of my other years of doing school, which includes like last year when I was in college. Like that year, I want to go back to that. Like if I had to do the same, like that same exact routine every day, including staying at home, which I was like 2 hours away and I had to carry giant books, like bags and stuff like that of my supplies and stuff, I'd rather do that again than go through what I'm going through right now in terms of just the stress alone. Like it's that bad comparatively. That might be overstepping it a little bit and being a little reactionary and stuff like that. But that's how I feel. So I am not definitive in my decision, but I think, I don't want to say I want to quit, because I don't call it quitting, and I don't think it is quitting, if that makes sense, when I say I'm done with school. And this isn't to like pursue my dream of content creation. As much as I'd love to do that, I'm not in the position to just be able to do that, right? I'm not in the position to be sitting down and saying, let me go out of my, let me leave college just to go do, YouTube. I'm not that stupid, right? What I'm saying is that I've been saying, like, over the past 3 weeks, it feels like, or 2 weeks, most definitely, at minimum 2 weeks. Maybe it has been a little bit longer than I think, and time's just moving like faster, like I'm in like the hyperbolic time chamber or something like that. Wait, isn't that where time moves slower? Never mind. I've never been burnt out before. Like, I've done a lot of work in a short amount of time, but I've never felt like, I've never wanted to actually break anything more than I wanted to break my Mac today. And I can't be breaking my Mac. That's where all my videos are stored. Like, that's literally where all of my videos and all my editing stuff, like my Premiere, Hatsune Miku is stored on my Mac. I can't kill her, right? my pride and joy is there. No. I can't break that. Like, that's the most important thing I have, is my Mac. It allows me to make these videos and make YouTube videos. And that's my favorite thing to do. Not to say that I'm leaving college to do that, even if I don't even know if I am gonna leave college yet. This is just me venting, because I feel like I need another place to do it. I already vented to my mom for an hour and a half, and it was heartbreaking to hear her say, well, she basically told me that she doesn't want to see me like this, and if I don't like what I'm doing, I shouldn't do it. And she doesn't care if for what I choose. Like, if I choose whatever I choose, she doesn't mind that at all. And that was a good thing to hear, don't get me wrong. And I mean, a part of me was doing college for them, my parents, and just everybody in my family, because, everybody wants to see, they want to see you succeed, right? Your parents want to see you succeed. I got like 2 separate responses. One was, you got to keep pushing forward no matter what, which is a take I would normally agree with, but it was kind of like split into 2 parts, where it was like, you got to push forward unless if it's making you so miserable, your mental state is declining. And I was kind of like, that's where I'm at with that. You know what I mean? Like, that's where I'm at. And I don't know what to do. And I'm not really asking for however many people see this video to give me the answers, because by the time this video comes out, which I'm probably going to get it out very, very quickly. I might not even edit it. I don't even know yet. I'm probably gonna edit it at least a little bit just to cut out all the in-between stuff. But I don't fully know what to do. I think I know what I want to do, but the main issue is that eventually I'm gonna have to get a probably non McDonald's worker job. Like, I'm too socially anxious and too much of a klutz to actually go and work there and not get fired within the first week. Like, fired within the first week, I'm saying. Like, maybe I do fine, maybe I'm just overreacting and thinking about it a little bit too much, but I genuinely, I think, like, I don't know. That's just how I think, right? I know my weaknesses, and my weaknesses are mostly people related, so if I worked in a job that didn't require that, I'd probably be okay. And, you know, obviously that might be, I mean, I think like internships are people-based, but I don't know. Basically what I'm saying is that I've had the idea of stopping school. I still don't know if I'm gonna do that, actually. That is just a idea. I'm gonna think about it over the next couple of days. But I needed a place to vent my frustrations about, like, all of my things about relating to school, where I'm just kind of like, I don't necessarily know exactly what I hate about the school. I don't think I hate anything about the school, to be fair. I think more so what I mean is, like, I'm just too stressed out, right? I'm genuinely overwhelmed. And should that be the reason I leave school, that's up to your interpretation. You don't really know who exactly I am to give that take and be like, nah, but you shouldn't. But at the same time, it's just like, it is good to hear other people's perspectives, because I have heard the perspective already of, like, you know, not only the do whatever makes you whatever makes you the happiest. Sure, I agree with that. Also, there are some times where you just gotta push through and you just gotta do it. And I agree with both of those. I just think it only works when it only works in a situation where it's one problem. When the entire semester's a problem and there's no, like, light at the end of the tunnel, or there's no good class, or nothing crazy's happening, all of it is work that is stressful because you got to get it in exactly on time. That's what a lot of my classes are. Get it in exactly on time. If you don't, you're failing it. It's like, oh, that's rough, right? That's rough. But I'm good. I have a couple other days to think about it. I'm going on Wednesday to talk with my counselor, my advisor for my classes and stuff like that, to give him the information. The note I sent for the thing where it was like, all right, what do you have to say to talk about before you meet with your advisor? I was just like, it basically said, like, it didn't say this exactly, but it did say basically I'm wicked fucked up, and, like, my mental state is declining because of these classes, and I need guidance on what should I do next. Should I just keep going, or should I stop for now? Because there's a timeline where I go back and I can still, like, just end where I left off. That's not like it's not an option. Oh shit. But anyway, yeah, that is pretty much, like, the general gist. This is me editing this video, and I was looking, and I recorded like 30 minutes, but I ended up repeating the same 5 points that I already mentioned already, like, in this short video. So I just wanted to say, thanks for watching. I didn't actually do a real outro, so, and I guess give me your take on it, or at least give me your opinion, because I do like to know different points of view, and I want to hear some. Okay, that's basically it. Thank you. Bye.